Hi, this is episode 4, exploring the old city. And yeah, we made a new friend, little Gary. Yeah. I shall tell you where I got Gary from, not the vets. But yeah. I'm just going to nip up to this vantage point. Look at that ugly building. We're going to nip up to this vantage point and show you where we're going to be searching today. Look at this dude. Creepy, hasn't he? Oh, you coming with, Gary? Yeah? Alright then, let's go. See if he follows me, eh? Here he is. You can see this is quite old because the pattern doesn't match up. Alright, so quick look at Aqua City there. So where that little island is, there is the underwater monument that I originally took over and got all this green coloured building material. There is another building on here, look, I'll show you. Yeah, so 5 or 6 buildings. Where is Gary gone now? Oh, he is. Yep. Yep, so you can tell where we are in the map if you're following the series. There's Cthulhu, and Aqua City sort of starts to become like old ruins. And this was all from little buildings around the monument that I went underwater for and dug up, and then started building a huge old town sort of city thing. It was fun to build. Unfortunately, I ran out of all the resources I needed, and I'll link that into sort of explain what happened while I was looking for some new ones recently. Went out on the boat into the ocean, did a bit of adventuring, and found a nice surprise. Where's Gary gone now? Here he is, come on. Going back down here. So yeah, the old city. Over the bridge. That's where I just was up there. Here he is. Right, Gary, you just want to wait here a minute. So you can see this like detailing. And like I said before, it looks different on the cartoon pack I was using. And maybe I'll boot that up at some point and show you what it looks like. It's very different. And I built like a little building, little base underneath. And I'm still sort of working on decorating this to look all like mossy, because it's close by the water, and you could, you know, I mean, it sort of looks very drab, doesn't it? Very grey, and kind of gives it a bit more of a detailed look. Another house up there. I could have built more houses like for Aqua City, and you just got to go and get the resources from the sea there. It takes a bit of time because those horrible creatures still spawn and try and kill you. Oh, I might have given away the surprise just then. Right. I think we might sleep here. Oh, actually, I'm going to go back up to the vantage point and show you this in the night time, because it does look quite nice. Pretty big. So I'll sleep now, and we'll get on with the exploring. So, which way to go? Left or right? Let's go left. I'll show you the surprise. So while I was out sailing, looking for underwater ruins, I did go quite far, couldn't find any. Found loads of shipwrecks, and I managed to find a heart of the sea, which then can turn into a conduit, which means you can breathe underwater. And I found these an ocelot, and I got a panda. I brought him back in the boat. That was funny, as you can see. This is Ftumch, and I then got another one, and then I managed to breed them. This little one here is the one I bred. So yeah, I managed to get that trophy, and I got the trophy for the ocelot. He's got a name, but for some reason it's not showing up. Let me see if I can jump in there and get it. Ah, Joe. I want to call him Big Joe, but he's not very big. And weird skeleton horses. And yeah, so that was a nice surprise. To say I was looking for pandas for a long time. Just came across him in a jungle, brought him back in the boat, went for another one, and I also managed to find these two little buggers. And I managed to bring some parrots back. Flappy, Bob, Herman, and Frank. And for some reason they mimic undead. That's why they're making these weird sounds. So it's detracting from this build. The ancient city. And I wanted this to be really detailed and sort of a bit of a maze. Lots of secret little alleyways and rooms. Obviously some of them are not populated or finished. People are totally welcome to come and do one up if they want. And we'll get to sit down this corridor. That's where I just was with the parrots. Back up here to the other side. I got me some doggies. And just wanted it to look a little bit more interesting than what I've been doing with the normal terraforming. Tried to make it look as detailed as possible. Could do more. I mean, I can do more. And I have done little parts in other areas of the map, but you need so much resources from the sea. Eventually you run out, so you can only go as far as you've got. I will admit now that I have tried a duping machine that did work for a while, but I don't seem to be able to get it to work anymore. And in reality, I must admit, it does kill the game. I never duped diamonds or anything. If I duped anything, it was probably just these cobbles, like mossy stone or whatever. So we're high up, 3 levels. I'll jump down to ground level. That's where the doggies were. So you can enter part of the old town just here. Lots of rooms. Mostly empty. It's like a little back street. So if anyone wants to come in and claim a room, do it up nice. Totally welcome. This one's a little bit more like a secret passageway. A bit more going on in there. And we have another cat that followed me home. This is Patch. Named after my first ever cat when I was a kid. Who unfortunately got run over and found him frozen in the snow when I was about 7 or 8 years old. Poor Patch. So yeah, let's go down this little alleyway down here where Patch is. It's a nice little street. Like lots of buildings. It kind of opens up into a street. That was the vantage point where we looked. And I kind of wanted it to be multi-layered. Lots of bridges and balconies. Which, if you go back up this little alleyway, you can see there's multi-layers. Up to the second level. All still undeveloped. I mean, it's meant to be abandoned, really. And then we go up to the top level. And yeah, as usual, I wanted to build a nice building on top here, but never got round to it. You can see down the alleyway. Took a few weeks to do this. It's completely random, you just build as you go. It was based on an original little mountain that I just converted as usual. It's not done from scratch. And then it sort of pans out a little bit to these towers. Another part of the old city. Lots of little ruins. Another little street. And there is like an old church. We'll go over there and have a look. Oh, I meant to do that. Forget the controls, don't I? Let's go put that back. And there is another little street here with the buildings. I'm not sure where the zombie sounds are coming from. They must be buried under something underground. Somewhere. Let's head up to the church for night time. Nice view. It does look kind of messy, doesn't it, from this angle? But it is a ruin, so I guess it wasn't meant to be neat. I could have made this a bit more epic, I suppose, a bit higher. It's meant to have like arches across it, like, just never got around to it. Run out of stone. And there's a secret room here we can sleep in. Just have a quick look around. Yeah, skeleton. Get rid. Make sure there's no creepers about. There's a skeleton in the water there, look. Oh, hello. Don't know why it's not coming for me. So yeah. So yeah, it did turn into a bit of an adventure, looking out for more resources, going on the boat ride, and I'm now going to show you the conduit. So where I positioned it. Hey Gary, do you want a fish? Yeah, he likes that. So I'm now going to swim down and show you where to put the conduit. So originally here, and that little eye comes up, it means I can breathe underwater, so there's no panic. And this huge ravine was full of magma blocks, which is like lava underwater, and if you swam across it, it sucks you under the water, and it was extremely stressful. It would suck you right down here and probably kill you. You just get stuck on it. I'll try and find a piece to show you. Look here, and I'll show you what happens when See what I mean? Awful, awful thing. And this was all of that. All this was the magma blocks. So when I found this Eye of the Sea, I thought, right, I'm going to build a conduit close by, and I'm going to go down there and cover all this magma in stone so it stops sucking me under the water. And here's the conduit here. There it is. It means I get better vision and can breathe. And it also means I can mine at this level. I'm now level 10, which is perfect for diamond. And this is like what you would refer to as strip mining. Won't do this for long, just showing you what the technique is. Bit of gold. They say never dig upwards, but I know there's no lava here. Get out of it, where do you come from? Just spawned out of nowhere. And this is the technique I use to find diamond. Get a decent pickaxe and just dig these lines. I can go down a little lower, usually level 8. I'm on level 11, because sometimes you just reveal one more level and there's diamond. So it's good, it's worth checking out. Level 9. This is where I did some earlier. And this is what it always ends up looking like. Strips. You go every 2. See if there's any diamond, it reveals itself. It's highly unlikely I'm going to find any just for you. And it always, you'll do it for an hour or 2 and then think, right, I'm going to give up. And you just do one more line. And there's diamond, as if it knows you're about to quit. Gravel, bloody annoying. Yeah, it's unlikely I'm going to find any. It's good for leveling up too with XP. Because you get redstone and coal, and obviously diamond helps. So you get your level right up to 30 quite easily. I mean, you might spend a couple of hours a day doing this, depending on how much diamond you want. I like to have a decent amount of stacks so that I don't ever stress that it's going to run out. Like I say, I never duped any. I thought that was kind of defeating the object of the whole game. And my duper doesn't seem to work now. Either that or I'm just not patient enough with it. I don't know whether Mojang come in and sort stuff out like that so you can't do it anymore. More redstone. It would be nice if I found some diamond just to show you, because it is exciting when you find it, because it's quite rare and very useful. Hey up, what's this? Look at that. I could have easily just stepped into that and burnt to death. Not a nice way to die. So yeah, the best way to get rid of this is, I don't need all these items, so I'm just throwing them in the water, the lava. Bucket of water, and it turns it to obsidian. I'll leave that there, decent enough for light. You've got to be really careful stepping in it, set yourself on fire. Quick and easy death. You got to remember we're about 60 levels underwater here, under the ocean. Just having a quick look, and then if there's any diamonds that's obvious I can show you, but for some reason I'm getting the feeling that we won't find any. I'm not putting them in enough time. It's very rare you find it straight away, which is good really, because you don't want it to be too common. I mean, it's annoying if you need it, but I say never dig up, but I know it's just water that's above me. More gold, which is handy if you're building railways. You need it for the powered rail. Not that we're doing that. Ah, look at that. I just said I don't think we're going to find any. Now, my pickaxe doesn't have fortune on it, so what I'll do, I'm not going to take this. I'm just going to reveal it, see how much there is. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so let's try and remember where we're going. So we come down the water. I'll put a block here. So we zip down here. Yep. And that's where we want to go down, just to remember. So let's go up and get the other. Go away. I'm just trying to find my bearings under here. Where are we? Have a quick swim. Go back. Yeah, wasn't there. Is that it? Where we just came out? Just going to leave a marker so I know where to come back. So there we are. Put a light on it. Let's go and get I'm going to just get this boat. See, I can see underneath because the conduit gives you extra vision. And there's the underwater monument that I scrapped. That's enough resources there to build whatever you want. Right. Let's get this better pickaxe. Right. Here is the marker. And off we go. All the way back down. It's quite far, isn't it? The dolphin decided to join in. There we are, diamond. So there was, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 blocks, not 7. So let's just move the bucket, and as I collect them, we'll see. So that would be, if I just had a normal pickaxe, that would be 5 diamonds. But because I've got fortune 3, 6. Loads of XP. 10. I got 10. That's not very good, actually. That could have been a lot better. But 4 for free. Can't argue with that. Sometimes you can get up to over 20. So it's good to have a pickaxe that's, and obviously fortune 3 is the highest you can get. It's an area I've dug out before. Back on level 9, so really could dig all this out. You might find some diamond right underneath here. Just one more level down. You never know. It would be good if it did it to just prove my point. You know, behind every undug brick, stone, might be diamond. You just don't know. Right guys, thanks for watching. Give us a like if you want me to continue making videos. This is just a chill play. I'm not trying to prove that I can be the best builder or whatever. Just playing. And if anybody's thinking about starting, I can answer any questions to try and get you interested. That was the old city. You can see now how many diamonds I've got. Decent amount. It's enough. It's enough. We'll just say goodbye to Gary. Yeah. Right guys. Cheers.